Portugal, a land where the sun sets into the vast Atlantic, painting the sky with gold and crimson. Here, ancient castles stand guard over rolling hills, fishermen's villages cling to dramatic cliffs, and cobblestone streets whisper stories of centuries past. Beyond the mainland, islands rise from the ocean like emerald jewels, untouched and wild. Come with us as we uncover the most beautiful places to visit in Portugal. Number 20, Guimaraes. Known as the cradle of the nation, this city is where Portugal first found its voice, its independence, and its identity. To walk through Guimaraes is to walk through the very first chapters of the Portuguese story. The castle of Guimaraes rises proudly on the hilltop, its stone walls guarding centuries of history. It was here that battles were fought, where Afonso Henriques, the first king of Portugal, secured his vision of a nation. Standing within its towers, you feel the weight of destiny in the air. The medieval old town, with its narrow streets and half-timbered houses, feels like a living museum. The squares come alive with cafes, conversations, and the warmth of community. It is no wonder this city is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Guimaraes reminds us that every country has a birthplace, but not every country has held on to it with such pride. Number 19, Elvas. On the eastern frontier of Portugal, guarding the border with Spain, stands Elvas, a city designed for war, but remembered for beauty. Its star-shaped fortifications are among the largest and most complete in the world, a masterpiece of military engineering that has earned Elvas recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From above, the city is breathtaking. Its walls spread outward in a star pattern, layer upon layer of defense that once protected Portugal from invasion. These bastions, moats, and ramparts are not relics. They are monuments to survival, to strategy, and to the art of defense perfected over centuries. But Elvas is more than its fortress. Within the walls lies a charming town of whitewashed houses, Baroque churches, and cobblestone squares. Walking through Elvas feels like walking through a history book, one written not with words, but with stone, steel, and resilience. A city born for battle, yet today, it welcomes visitors with peace and pride. Number 18, Monsanto. They call it the most Portuguese village in Portugal. But Monsanto is more than a village. It's a marvel of nature and architecture fused together in a way that defies belief. Perched on a hilltop, Monsanto is built not beside boulders, but into them. Enormous granite rocks, some the size of houses, form the walls, roofs, and streets of this extraordinary settlement. Homes squeeze between them, staircases are carved into stone, and the village seems to have grown organically out of the mountain itself. From afar, it looks like a fortress built by giants. Up close, it feels mythical, as though you've stepped into a world of legends and folklore. Walking through Monsanto is an adventure through twisting alleys, hidden courtyards, and lookout points where the land unfolds endlessly below. Number 17, Salema. Salema is one of those rare little gems along Portugal's Algarve Coast that still feels untouched by the heavy hand of mass tourism. It's a small fishing village tucked between cliffs and the Atlantic Ocean, and the vibe here is super relaxed. Exactly the kind of spot where you can slow down and enjoy simple seaside life. The beach is the star of the show. Wide, golden, and clean, it has this quiet charm that makes you want to spend the whole day there. Salema's shore feels calm and personal, perfect if you're not into big crowds. You can walk the narrow lanes, painted white and blue, and feel as though you've stumbled into someone's hometown rather than a tourist resort. And because Salema hasn't been taken over by huge hotels, the atmosphere is still peaceful, almost like a secret getaway. Number 16. Peneda-Gerês National Park. This national park feels like stepping into another world. It's wild, dramatic, and unlike anywhere else in the country. If you love nature, hiking, waterfalls, or just exploring hidden villages, this park is an absolute must. Rolling granite peaks pierce the clouds, valleys cradle emerald forests, and rivers carve their way through ancient gorges. Wild horses roam freely, as if time itself forgot to tame them. Eagles soar overhead, watching from the skies. And scattered throughout the park are villages where stone houses stand as they did centuries ago, untouched by the rush of modern life. Hiking here feels like entering a cinematic world. Trails lead past waterfalls, through moss-covered forests, and into hidden valleys that seem to belong in myths. The Peneda is Portugal's untamed soul, majestic, raw, and eternal. A place where nature is not just scenery, but a living force that commands awe. Number 15. Cascais. Just a short train ride from Lisbon lies Cascais, a coastal town where elegance meets the ocean. Once a fishing village, it became a retreat for kings and aristocrats in the 19th century, and today it's one of Portugal's most stylish seaside escapes. The heart of Cascais is its historic center. The town itself is a blend of old and new. Narrow cobbled lanes twist past tiled houses, chic boutiques, and cozy seafood restaurants. What people like most about Cascais is how it balances everything. It has the history and culture, the beaches and ocean views, and just enough nightlife and energy to keep things fun, without ever feeling overwhelming. Number 14. Amarante. The beauty of Amarante lies in its harmony, a town where nature, history, and tradition meet by the quiet flow of the Tâmega River. At its heart, the iconic stone bridge stretches gracefully across the water, a timeless landmark that has witnessed centuries of stories. Reflected in the river, the bridge and the church beside it create a picture so perfect it feels almost dreamlike. Amarante's charm is in the details. The way colorful houses with terracotta roofs lean gently over the riverbanks. The way the surrounding green hills embrace the town, giving it a backdrop that changes beautifully with every season. Lush and vibrant in spring, golden in summer, fiery in autumn. The best way to enjoy Amarante is simply to wander. Stroll along the river, explore narrow alleys, linger in small squares, and maybe sit down at a riverside cafe as the sun sets. It's not a big city, but that's exactly why it feels so special. Cozy, authentic, and full of character. Number 13. Évora. This ancient city is like an open-air museum, where every stone tells a story. Whitewashed houses with ochre-tinted details shine under the sun, while medieval walls embrace a town that feels both intimate and eternal. The Roman temple of Évora, with its proud Corinthian columns, stands as a striking reminder of a distant empire, casting long shadows across the square. Nearby, the Évora Cathedral rises with a mix of Gothic strength and Manueline elegance. Yet Évora's beauty is not only in grand monuments, but also in the quiet rhythm of daily life. Narrow alleys open to charming plazas, where locals linger at cafes. The city feels both ancient and alive, a place where history doesn't sleep but walks beside you at every turn. Number 12, Marvão. Marvão, set up on top of a hill, a fortress town that feels both earthly and otherworldly. From a distance, it looks like something out of a legend. Stone walls blending seamlessly with the cliffs, towers rising against the horizon, and whitewashed houses huddled within its embrace. The town was built for defense, and its history is written in its stones. For centuries, it stood as a watchtower over the border with Spain, a sentinel guarding against invasions and battles long past. The castle, still intact, offers sweeping views that stretch for miles across mountains, plains, and valleys. Yet Marvão's beauty is not only in its strength. It is in the delicate balance between the harshness of the mountain and the warmth of the village life. The streets are narrow and winding, lined with houses that seem to whisper stories of centuries gone by. Number 11, Douro Valley. Few landscapes in the world are as breathtaking as the Douro Valley. Here, terraced vineyards ripple across steep hillsides, carved carefully by hand over centuries. The Douro River snakes through it all, shimmering like silver beneath the sun. For generations, families have tended these vineyards, harvesting grapes that are carried by boat downriver to Porto. Even today, you can sail along the river in a traditional Rabello boat, just as merchants once did. Every season paints the valley differently. Spring brings the landscape comes alive with vibrant green vineyards and blooming wildflowers. Summer ripens the vines. Autumn burns the hills in gold and red, and winter wraps everything in mist. Each visit feels new, each view like a painting that could hang in a gallery. Number 10, Óbidos. Óbidos is a village frozen in time. Surrounded by ancient stone walls, it feels like stepping straight into the Middle Ages. Its cobblestone streets twist and turn, lined with whitewashed houses trimmed in blue and yellow. At the heart of it all, a medieval castle towers proudly above, keeping watch as it has for centuries. Walking through this town is like entering a living storybook. You can climb the walls and walk along the battlements, looking down at the town below as the sun paints everything in golden light. At night, lanterns glow softly, casting shadows that make the streets feel almost enchanted. What makes Óbidos so beautiful is not just its architecture or setting, but the way everything fits together. History, color, and atmosphere blend seamlessly, creating a town that feels alive yet timeless. Number 9, Aveiro. They call it the Venice of Portugal. Known for its network of canals, the town unfolds like a painting where water, architecture, and tradition meet. Along the waterways, the iconic Molichero boats glide gracefully, their long wooden bodies painted with bright patterns and playful scenes. Their reflections ripple across the canals, giving Aveiro a charm that feels both romantic and playful. Just beyond the center, the Aveiro Lagoon opens into wide stretches of water and marshes. And not far away, the beaches of Costa Nova da Prata reveal their own beauty, lined with candy-colored striped houses that seem to smile in the sunlight. It's tranquil yet full of life, traditional yet effortlessly modern, a beautiful balance that makes it one of Portugal's most enchanting destinations. Number 8. Cabo da Roca. The beauty of Cabo da Roca is raw, untamed, and powerful. Standing here on the westernmost point of continental Europe feels like reaching the edge of the world. Towering cliffs rise sharply from the Atlantic, their rugged faces battered endlessly by waves that crash with thunderous force below. The landscape itself is striking. Windswept cliffs covered with wildflowers in spring, rolling hills that tumble into the sea, and jagged rocks that seem carved by time and storm. The lighthouse of Cabo da Roca, perched high above, stands as a solitary guardian against the Atlantic's eternal power, its light guiding ships along this dramatic coastline. The sound of waves colliding with stone creates a rhythm that echoes through the cliffs, and as you look out from the viewpoint, the vastness of it all humbles you, a reminder of how small we are against the grandeur of nature. Number 7. Ericeira. The beauty of Ericeira is born from the sea. Perched on a rugged stretch of Portugal's Atlantic coast, this seaside town has a soul shaped by waves, cliffs, and ocean light. Ericeira is famed as a surfing mecca, the only world surfing reserve in Europe. Along its coastline, powerful waves roll endlessly, carving the beaches and drawing surfers from across the globe. The old town is equally enchanting. Narrow lanes wind past tiled chapels, family-run bakeries, and cafes that spill out into small squares. At sunset, Ericeira reveals its most magical side. The sky ignites in pinks and oranges, the waves shimmer with fading light, and the town seems to glow softly above the cliffs. Number 6. Sintra. Sintra feels almost otherworldly, as if a fairy tale kingdom was hidden in the folds of Portugal's mountains. Nestled among rolling hills and misty forests, this town is a tapestry of palaces, gardens, and legends, each more enchanting than the last. The Pina Palace, perched high above the town, is perhaps the most famous, its red and yellow towers looking like something from a child's imagination. From its balconies, you can gaze across rolling hills that fade into the Atlantic Ocean. But Sintra is not just about grandeur, it's about atmosphere. The cool mountain air carries the scent of pine and eucalyptus. Cobblestone streets wind through a town where every corner seems to hide a story. Number 5. Porto. Porto, Portugal's second largest city, is a place of charm, color, and deep character. Sitting along the banks of the Douro River, this historic city blends old-world beauty with a lively modern energy. It's famous for warm people and its dramatic scenery, where terracotta rooftops cascade down steep hillsides to meet the shimmering water below. The old quarter of Ribeira is the beating heart of the city. Here, pastel-colored houses lean close together, their balconies draped with flowers and laundry fluttering in the Atlantic breeze. Cobblestone streets twist and turn toward the waterfront, where cafes spill out beside the river and the laughter of locals mingles. Porto doesn't demand your attention. It earns your affection slowly. The beauty of Porto is not only in what you see, but in what you feel. The warmth of its people, the rhythm of its streets, and the way it lingers in your memory long after you've left. Number 4. Algarve Coast. The Algarve Coast in the sunny south of Portugal is a place of endless beauty. It's where golden cliffs rise above clear blue waters, and where every bend of the road reveals another hidden beach waiting to be discovered. The coastline stretches for miles, filled with dramatic sea caves, peaceful coves, and wide sandy shores. Towering rock formations shaped by wind and waves, surrounded by turquoise water. Small coastal towns hold their charm. Whitewashed houses, cobbled streets, and colorful boats remind visitors of the Algarve's fishing routes. In seaside cafes, you can taste freshly seafood while watching the waves roll in. The beauty of the Algarve Coast is timeless, a blend of wild nature, gentle seas, and simple coastal life. It's a place that makes you feel alive, free, and deeply connected to the ocean. Number 3. Lisbon. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal and one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. It's known for its sunshine, colorful buildings, and friendly atmosphere. The city sits on 7 hills beside the Tagus River, offering wonderful views and a mix of old and new charm. In Lisbon, you can ride the famous yellow trams, explore narrow streets with tiled houses, and enjoy the warm glow of the city's light. Lisbon is also a modern city full of life. There are trendy cafes, street art, and lively neighborhoods where people gather to eat, listen to music, and enjoy the night. With its mix of tradition and modern style, Lisbon offers something for everyone. Number 2. Madeira. Madeira, often called the Island of Eternal Spring, is one of the most stunning and diverse islands in the Atlantic Ocean. It's a destination that combines breathtaking natural beauty, rich traditions, and a mild climate that makes it perfect to visit at any time of year. From the moment you arrive, Madeira greets you with a landscape that feels almost magical. The island is dominated by steep peaks and deep valleys, carved by centuries of volcanic activity and erosion. One of the most remarkable things about Madeira is how green it is. Much of the island is covered by the Laurisilva forest, which preserves a unique ecosystem that has survived since the Tertiary period. Madeira is a place where you can relax, explore, and feel close to nature. Whether you're watching the sunset over the ocean or walking through a mountain trail, the island's peaceful beauty makes it unforgettable. Number 1. Azores. The Azores are one of the most beautiful places in the world, a group of islands full of green hills, blue lakes, and stunning ocean views. Located in the Atlantic Ocean, the Azores feel peaceful and untouched, like a secret paradise waiting to be explored. Each island in the Azores is different and special. Together, they form a paradise of green mountains, blue lakes, and peaceful villages. But every island offers something special to discover. Nature is everywhere in the Azores. You can walk through green trails, soak in natural hot springs, or relax by the sea as the sun sets. The air is fresh, the water is clear, and everything feels calm and pure. The beauty of the Azores comes from their mix of mountains, ocean, and peace. It's a place where you can slow down, breathe deeply, and enjoy the magic of nature all around you.